In this video, I'll demonstrate how to use aircracking to crack WPA2 Wi-Fi handshakes. Aircracking is a complete set of tools commonly used to assess Wi-Fi network security, perform pen testing, and security hardening on Wi-Fi networks. So we'll start by checking our Wi-Fi devices, so iwconfig. And for this, we need a separate Wi-Fi card or Wi-Fi device. So in my case, it's WLAN 0. And the mode is typically in managed mode, and we can use air cracking to turn it into monitor mode, which I've done already. The first thing to do in any case is to run sudo airmon-ng check. So this checks to see if there are any processes that might interfere putting it into monitor mode. It'll give you some process IDs. You can run airmonning check kill if they cause any issues. In my case, it doesn't. So I was free to proceed. And to put it into monitor mode, you run sudo airmon-ng start WLAN 0, or you can do stop to remove it, stop WLAN 0 mon. So I'm going to stop my interface, stop it from running in monitor mode. So iwconfig. I've put it back into managed mode, and it's WLAN 0. So when you're done doing this exercise, you can stop the service using airmon. So sudo airmon-ng start WLAN 0. And then we'll put it back into monitor mode. And if I type iwconfig again, you can see the mode is monitor. So it's very important for this exercise that you have a card or a Wi-Fi device or Bluetooth dongle adapter that you can put into monitor mode. So I'll clear the screen. And now I can get started. So sudo arrow dump -ng, so arrow dumping WLAN 0 mon. So I specify the device. This is going to run it without any particular settings. It's not saving any data. It's just looking at what's going through the Wi-Fi signals nearby. So in the upper left, it shows the channel that it's monitoring. So I didn't specify a channel. You can specify a single channel to look at. Otherwise, air dumping will hop between channels looking at the various devices. It shows me how much time has elapsed since I've started running it and the current date and time. So if I could see all of the BSS IDs, all of the MAC addresses, the power, so the DBMs, beacons, data, number per second, channel, so it sees what channel everything is running on, what cipher they're using, so everything is WPA2 nearby, and the access point I'm interested in is HAL 2400, that's my own, and I need its BSS ID, so its MAC address is important. So I'm going to quit out of this. I'm going to grab the MAC address and save it, because I'll need that later. So I'll save it off screen, and in my next command, I'm going to need it again. I'm going to cd into a folder, documents that I've created called air dump for my air cracking information. There's nothing in there now. Clear the screen. And now I'm going to use arrow dumping. So the same command, arrow dumping, WLAN 0 mon, -c for the channel. So that was running on channel 9, double hyphen BSS ID. I'll paste in that ID and then -w air dump. So I'm going to call it air dump or maybe arrow dump, more closely associated with the command. So it'll create these output files with this prefix name. Enter. So it's running the same command, gives me the same interface with the channel, but this time it's no longer channel hopping. It's only on channel 9 and it's only looking at this particular BSS ID. I'll switch over to another terminal window. I'm in the same folder. And what I'm going to do is run a command called air replay. So the purpose of this attack is to crack the handshake. So in order to catch a handshake, we need to be monitoring when that handshake happens. And we can force this situation, at least a little bit, use air playing on WLAN 0 mon, _deauth, DEAUTH. I'm only going to target one device, so I give it a parameter of 1, and then -a, and I paste in the MAC address. So it's going to run a deauthentication against this access point. And it's sending deauth code 7 to broadcast BSS ID. So it's forcing a deauth but we might want to target particular MAC addresses. So I can add a -C, go back to the other screen. You see these station IDs. We can actually attack those individual IDs. So I'm going to grab one of these, something with a stronger signal, this 98.9E. So I'm going to grab this MAC address, and then I'm going to restart command, and I can specify it. So it actually targets that individual device with the deauthentication. Now, if I look in the current folder, you can see that there's the aerodump01 files. I'll put it in a nicer format. So aerodump01 and then aerodump02. So when I disconnected this other process to copy and paste the MAC address of the station, it started it with a new enumeration. So aerodump02 is the one I'm concerned about. In particular, the cap file. So this is the capture file. And now we can run sudo aircrack-ng and then the name of the file. So aerodump02.cap. I'll paste that in. And then -w, the word list. So this is the list of passwords that we want to try and use to crack. And I'm going to give it the rocku.txt password word list in Kali Linux and hit enter. And now it's going to go through these passphrases, everything it finds in that file, and tries to crack it using a known password list. And it shows me as it's doing it how many keys tested per second, roughly how long it's going to take. So you can see it's almost half an hour just to try these basic list of passwords from that file. It's actually going to try 14 million different passwords. So WPA2 is hard to crack if it's using a long and complex passphrase. So it's a very good pen test scenario where you can see if the Wi-Fi access point is poorly secured using a simple password. And that concludes this demonstration of cracking Wi-Fi passwords using Aircrack-ng.